you come on up here? This man... But there's just one problem. This man doesn't have his own arms. Unfortunately, he lost them in a very sad accident, but we can do amazing things with technology, so can we get his arms on stage, please? Yes. Now, this man is an expert in natural disasters. What is your favorite kind of natural disaster? Tsunami! Tsunami, everyone's favorite is tsunami, excellent. So this man is an expert on tsunamis, but he's an expert on something very specific about tsunamis. Can I get a suggestion from that part of the room? What is he an expert on about tsunamis? The direction. The direction and something very complicated. So we're going to go with the direction. So, and finally, can I get a name for this professor?
Pink Xavier.
Professor Xavier Pink. Professor Pink.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here in front of this highly intelligent audience.
Now,
second thoughts? Perhaps not.
Flattering the audience will get you everywhere, Professor.
Thank you.
Now, tell me more about that first time you ever experienced a tsunami.
Well, the tsunami was at least this wide. It was a bit higher. And it was deadly. But the most extraordinary... I do wish... Yeah, thank you. Sorry. It's really not funny. Could you tell? They're not supposed to be laughing. Especially this side of the room.
What did this first tsunami sweep away?
Well... 2 villages.
2 villages?
On the shoreline. 2. Just flattened it completely. She flattened it 3 times. Would you mind having another word? It's just... It's indelicate. My work is very serious.
No need to get violent, Professor.
You can call me Xavier. The extraordinary thing about the tsunami that I discovered was that they tend to go forwards in this rolling motion and a sweeping motion, in and out motion, a radiating motion. They're very versatile, in fact, like tsunamis.
Did everyone agree with you when you first published it?
Oh no, the scientific community are very resistant, very aggressive. They make my blood boil sometimes. Anyway.
You've got something in your eye.
Oh. Is it gone to my ear now? Oh, that's quite a relief.
Tell me more about the tsunami that they named the pink tsunami.
Well, the most extraordinary coincidence, it was pink, and I am called Professor Pink.
Did people think you had caused the tsunami?
Well, there were one or 2 very snide suggestions that people made, but...
It did help you a lot in your research, didn't it?
It did, and true enough, my research assistant was found near the site of the bit where it started. It was a round bomb that we left underwater to make the tsunami explode. And explode.
Okay, I'm sure the audience has a lot of questions for you. I know you felt they were disrespectful. Will you take a few questions?
Of course, I'm a very forgiving sort of professor.
Does anyone have a question? Yes, you in the first row.
Do butterflies feel the effects of tsunamis when they're green?
Let me just repeat the question for the audience. Do butterflies feel the effects of tsunamis when they're green?
Yes.
When they're green.
Well, when they're flapping along and they're very worried, they certainly feel the effects. They're caught in the waves, and and then they're destroyed forever. And they sometimes, so small, they turn back into caterpillars and crawl about here. It's quite a thing to see. Good question, though. Very good. Oh, you're set up. No.
Anyone else?
I like you.
Yes, you in the front row.
How do cows swim in the tsunami?
Oh, very, very interesting question. How do cows swim when there's a tsunami? Professor Pink.
Well, they tend to hijack speedboats. I know it sounds a little odd, but it's all true.
Thank you so much for coming, Professor Pink. Do you have any final words of wisdom for our audience about tsunamis that they might want to keep in mind?
Yes, learn to swim.